What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Drafting Out Loud. I'm sure you just saw our underdog market movers video, and now we are in an underdog draft. We are in the Dachshund, which is a smaller contest. Four is the number of drafts you can have total, and the rounds two and three of the first round of the playoffs, the second round of the playoffs are smaller field also. So those are things we want to take into account. We got our ranks queued up as well here. We got our draft starting in 15 seconds, and I am pick number four. Now, with this being a smaller contest, I think we'd love it if one of those two players fell to us because I think we just want to build up our running backs in this type of contest. That being said, if we can't get one of those guys, we're definitely taking just Jamar Chase or Puka Nakua, whoever is available for us, is what we'll do. Okay, Jamar Chase at, see, this guy maybe is thinking that too. He took Christian McCaffrey. We're not going to go that far. We're going to take the best wide receiver on the board. Why not, right? Let's do it. Jamar Chase with our first pick. We got to feel good about that. But I wonder what Rice with Sugar if he's gonna go like running back here or something like that. I could see it. Everything else kind of as expected for the most part. Let's go to our leverage lab. Here are our risers and fallers, but we're gonna go and pull up. If we got this queued up only for our post NFL drafts now. I don't want to look at the pre NFL drafts at all. And we have not drafted Jamar Chase at all. So this is our first share of Jamar Chase. We do want to, like I said, we want to be looking at running backs here at some point in time. That being said, we know Rashee Rice is rising up the boards, which means it's going to be tough to get Rashee Rice and Jamar Chase later on, even in a draft, even in something like this. I think that's something we'd want to look at. Um, Chase Brown is also rising up the boards. Rashee Rice is a value. Jamar Chase is, they're both rising up the boards. Chase Brown's actually rising up the boards faster right now. Trey McBride is a value. Josh Allen is a value. We don't really care about those a whole lot. I think Chase Brown and Rashee Rice are two players that we want to think about. And I think we want either of those, probably even over Malik Neighbors and Derrick Henry. I expect them to continue to fall. Oh, Drake London's a faller as well. There goes Chase Brown. Is Jeremiah Love still a faller? He was a faller the other day. Let's go look at our leverage lab. He is not a faller anymore. Okay. Well, we're just going to take Rashee Rice since he's rising up the boards, get some stud wide receivers to start. We want to keep this in mind as we draft the rest of our team. Kind of happy that he went. Based on rank, Trey McBride's a value at 24. If we can get him at 28, I think we'd have to think about it, right? Like, why not? Drake London's a faller right now, like we saw. AJ Brown was one of our predicted risers. I don't know if he'll rise past Pickens or Collins. That'd be tough. So I don't know how much he will rise, but we did. I don't mind getting Josh Jacobs here. Oh, he just went. So did Brees Hall. Okay, we're just going to take George Pickens with our next pick. We could have said AJ. I find it hard to say that AJ Brown's going to pass George Pickens. George Pickens was just so good on Dallas last year, but he might. He might. If he does, we'll draft AJ Brown. We'll take Pickens in this draft. Now, we're doing exactly what we didn't want to do, but everyone else is kind of pulling up running backs. We're not going to chase running backs. We're going to try to find the place to take them when we want to take them. If we can do that, the next riser is Cam Scatabo at pick 48. We could take him at 45 if we wanted to. Don't really want to take him at 45. If we look at the other teams, they've all gone two running backs already. So I think we're not going to take a running back at 45 unless one falls to us. We're going to try to push it around and see and force these guys to really kind of make a decision on if they want to start three running backs or not. I'm totally in the place I don't want to be, but we do have, I mean, like you can't get more exciting than those three players to start. So we'll see what happens with the next pick here. Did Scatabo go? No, he didn't. Like if Javonte Williams made it to us, we'd click that. Bucky Irving's kind of standing still a little bit these days. Zay Flowers would be a fun to get with Lamar Jackson if we could make that happen too. Go old school, start with four wide receivers. Okay, we're not going to get Zay Flowers. Not getting Javonte Williams. I think if Bucky Irving makes his way to us, we can do that. It's either Bucky or he took Bucky Irving. Huh. Let's go Colston Loveland. If Luther Burden makes his way back to us, we'll take that. If not, it's Cam Scatabo. He didn't. That's okay. It's one of those guys right there. We are going to take our first running back here. Like guaranteed. Well, there goes the Terry McLaurin, Jaden Daniels thing. Okay, I kind of expect Cam to eventually pass Trevion. Let's do it. Also, um, Trevion is a, or sorry, Cam is a potential bring back with um, George Pickens, if that matters. So our second pick was Rashee Rice. Let's go back and see if we've done Rashee Rice. Have we drafted? I'm pretty sure we've drafted Rashee Rice. Drafted him twice. There we go. Okay, so nice that we've drafted him two times with Luther Burden. So it's nice that we went and got a different we got the tight end instead of the wide receiver this time. Look at that. Didn't know that I've done Swift and Burden both times with Rice. We're not going to get Swift this time. So these people are sharp. They're, scooping up running backs, unfortunately. That's okay. These are all play like we do have Jamar Chase, so grabbing Joe Burrow would be okay. Do we have Chase and oh, we didn't get Chase Brown. We just got Jamar Chase. Where did Burden went here? If we wanted to go QB, we could. Or 93. Where's or we could just take Joe Burrow. There's Caleb Williams at 70. So he's falling a little bit actually. Knowing that we've overdrafted we've done so few drafts, it doesn't matter a whole lot. I think if Chuba makes it back to us, we do that. If he doesn't make it back to us, then we'll just take Joe Burrow, I think. Oh, darn. That hurts. Uh, let's go Joe Burrow. Then it's either Caleb Williams or Tony Pollard. Part of me hopes, Caleb Williams gets taken, so I take Tony Pollard. He did get taken. Because we do need running backs. If Tony Pollard gets taken, you just go Ramondre. There's Dak there too, but oh wow. Patrick Mahomes at 75. That's crazy. Okay, we're still gonna take Tony Pollard here. But that kind of hurts a little bit because we wanted to have Patrick Mahomes available to us the way back around. Why did he take Patrick Mahomes so early? Wow, he doubled up. Okay. So the chances of us getting Dak Prescott at 93 are slim, but it's something that we will consider if it happens. We do have Tony Pollard though, and one of my favorite things to do right now is, which is harder the further down the board you are, but and did he already get taken? He probably, oh no, he already got taken earlier, so we didn't have a chance. But when Pollard was on this over here more, you could do like a Tate Pollard thing. It's a little tougher when you're on the left hand side of the board because Tate's not falling all the way over there. So based on rank, Jaden Reed's a riser at 87. That would help with like a bring back with Colston Loveland, possibly. There goes Prescott. So we'll queue up him. Our next pick is 93 and 100. We don't have any other stacks available, so we got to keep that in mind. Jackson Dart would start a New York Giants thing, which is fun as well. And that's, again, a bring back on George Pickens. So we could consider that. We do need running backs, but I don't think these are the running backs we want right now, if you ask me. There goes Dart. That's unfortunate. There goes Herbert as well. It's also unfortunate. This is a tough pick. I don't know what to do with this pick. We don't have running backs. We just need running backs. We got one Chicago guy. We'll just take another. We need running backs, right? Like we need them. So we're in a tough spot, is what we're in. We were hoping to get Dart or Herbert. They both went. Based on rank, Downs is rising. I think if Harold Fannin falls all the way to pick 100, we'll do it. I think we just need to, again, probably bolster our running backs as well. There's no one here that we truly need. We have three stud wide receivers. We're hoping hold down the fort. We just have to. We have a one stud QB. We're gonna take the falling Rico Dowdle is what we're gonna do. This is as close to a zero RB room without being a zero RB room as you can get. So QB is going to be the tough thing, I think, for us overall. What do we got as based on our ranks here? George Kittle. So Chris Rodriguez is rising. Not that he's a fun click. And that price seems too expensive already. If he gets to us, it'll be at what? Pick what? 117, so slightly past ADP for a riser. Not that we're going to do it. I think we can. Is Golden still or so Golden still available? Everyone here has two QBs as well. So if Golden makes it back to us, we might do Golden and try to get Love around the corner. If Love makes it back as well, I mean, that's a tough ask, but that's kind of one idea that we could do. I think if any of these QBs fall, we just need to take them. Tyler Shuck is a tough back stack now. Baker Mayfield is. Wandale with Tony Pollard would be an option too. Michael Pittman with Aaron Rodgers, I think is good. There goes Wandale. That's okay. Josh Downs went. We could also do a Baker Mayfield, Kenneth Gainwell thing if we want to. That'd be another option. There goes Tyler Shuck. There goes Matthew Golden, unfortunately. There goes Pittman. Think a naked Kyler Murray. That'd be like a naked Jordan Love. At 117, though, right? Like, I think we want the Kyler Murray because we can at least backstack with the tight end and we need a second tight end and it's a central division thing. Will he give it to us, though? Probably not. But maybe he will. If we can't get Kyler Murray, do we take Jordan Love or Baker Mayfield? Jordan Love has no one left to stack with. We're going to take Baker Mayfield. And then we either take Jordan Love or Kenneth Gainwell. I don't like Kenneth Gainwell, but it will be another, it'll be a stack, is what it will be. And we're going to take Jordan Love first if he makes it to us, definitely. And then we just live with the consequences. If one of these guys wants to take a third quarterback, we're okay with it because then we get our horrible QB running back stack. Okay, let's just take the ADP value on Jordan Love. I don't. Burrow, Baker, Love. Do we even need three QBs? Right? Like, I don't even think we needed three QBs. Um, but it is such. I think it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. We got nothing on Green Bay left, right? That's unfortunate. But Tampa Bay, we got plenty left. Tez Johnson, if you really want it, I guess. Kate Otton's definitely a target for us here. Jalen McMillan would be a target too. Jonathan Brooks, we need running back help. So if Jonathan Brooks makes it to us, or Tyrone Tracy makes it to us, that'd be both Giants running backs. That'd be pretty interesting as well. McMillan's kind of important to us because we don't have anyone stacked with Tampa Bay yet. So McMillan is the number one target for us at this point. 5 and 4, they don't need wide receivers. Okay, good thing we weren't relying on Cam Ward. He went. There goes Stefon Diggs rising up the boards as we projected. We're gonna get McMillan. Tank Dell, 142. Spicy. We still need running backs, I think, is the main thing that we need. Ugly running backs left, I'll tell you that much. I think it's like Woody Marks or Keaton Mitchell. Neither of them feel or sound fun. Okay, does one of them make more sense than the other? We're gonna go Woody Marks. And no, they don't. If there's a way to sell Jordan Love here, it's that Green Bay, even though they have a more condensed offense, they still throw the ball around a lot to a lot of different players. So there's a chance that Jordan Love goes off, but the Green Bay Packers don't. Or he's just an advanced piece, right? Like he does really well, and getting him that many picks past ADP is just a good thing for you. We'll have to go back and look and see if I should have taken both of these players, or if I should have, was there like a running back I could have taken or something like that instead, and then taken one of them. Yeah, I could have gotten like one of these guys instead, and then gotten one of these guys. That would have been an option. I think it's okay. We're not taking KDOT yet. There are no players based on ranks that we're going to take. There goes Zach Charbonnet, who was on the list, but not someone we were seriously considering. We could do running back or wide receiver here. We're not going to go tight end. Spears, I think, is interesting. Hunter, Spears, Tucker, like we said, is one of the risers. We think Tucker is eventually going to pass up Spears. Brian Robinson, I think, is a good click also. I don't know which one's the right one to take, though. I'll tell you that much. I think we need running backs more. Spears just went. We'll take Robinson, and then we'll take whichever wide receiver makes it back to us if one of them does. So there's did one of them, oh, Stribling's a riser. Devo Samuel will eventually be a riser, probably. So I think it's the Antonio Williams getting pulled up like we talked about. So it's do we want Travis Hunter or Trey Tucker? I think we're just taking Travis Hunter. If Travis Hunter wasn't there, I'd definitely take Trey Tucker. We do have like three. These three will hopefully be hitting our lineup like every week, and then we have the stack guy, and then we have the total upside guy. Is what we have. Kadon at 187. If he makes it to our next pick, he's definitely the pick. That being said, he has two early tight ends. He already has three. He has two. Does he have two? He has two early tight end or one early tight end. He should. I if there's someone really good that we like, we don't have to take on with our next pick. Is this the type of team where Alvin Kamara makes sense? I don't know what kind of team. Like we did catch up so quickly. There he is at 198. I like Tank Bigsby too. Kamara just went darn. Do we take Debo or Tank if they make it to us first? Part of me hopes that they get drafted so we don't take them. But okay, good. Just don't take Kate Otten. Taking Kate Otten, we can stop at two tight ends if we want to. I think it's between, well, I mean, Gunnar Helm, right? Like this would be we don't need a third tight end. With Loveland, we're betting on Loveland here to pull us through. If we want to, we get like a Gesicki at the end or something like that. Chris Bell is like a major upside piece. We have, we only have two picks left, is the other thing we need to keep in mind. Wow. Do I need the upside of Chris Bell? I don't on this team. We're gonna take Sean Tucker. So that's the thing. When you with 18 rounds, you really gotta make sure you balance things right. With our last pick, it's a Ted Hurst pick or something like that. I guess if Chris Bell made it, it's like one of those two. We could have gone with one of the Green Bay running backs instead. Might have been smarter. Maybe not. Helmet 203. Well, this would be a tough one if they both made it back to us, Chris Bell or Ted Hurst. Chris Bell's the more fun pick. I like Aaron Rodgers in the 18th round. He didn't get taken. I think we're taking Ted Hurst, though. Let's do it. I don't like it, but I did it. Let's see if one of these last guys take Chris Bell. They both have seven wide receivers. Christian Kirk. He did take a rookie here. Trey Harris at 145. He did take Chris Bell with his last pick. 3582. Makes sense. I like the Chris Bell pick for him. If we didn't have Baker Mayfield, we'd probably take Chris Bell, but we're also going with only six wide receivers. We also have the unknown of Travis Hunter already on our team. So let's like Hunter is our upside pick here. And this will just be a correlated thing with Tampa Bay in case Tampa Bay goes burr. Okay. 3762. When you go three wide receivers to start, I think that's okay. I don't think many people are probably drafting like that, but we do see a couple actually other six wide receiver builds. Totally different how they did the six wide receivers, though. We'll look and see. Let's see what we did first. We got Joe Burrow stacked up with Jamar Chase. We have Baker Mayfield stacked up with Sean Tucker, Jalen McMillan, Ted Hurst, and Kate Otten. And we have Jordan Love unstacked with a Colston Loveland bring back if we want to sell it, and a Colston Loveland Kalmanon guy bring back. We have plenty of firepower at running back, hoping that Cam Scatabo comes back to form and is a killer for us at pick 52. We have players on our list. We have, is Cam still a riser or no? He is. Yeah, Cam is a riser. So we got one. Tony Pollard is no longer a riser. No, he is. We have two. Tony Pollard. Was Rasheed Rice? Rasheed Rice is a value, right? Let's go to our values. Three, Rasheed Rice. Yeah, three, Rasheed Rice. And I think that was essentially it. Yep, three players. There we go. Not bad. What was tough on this one is we wanted to go running back early, but we just didn't have a spot for it, right? We Jamar Chase, none of the running backs came back to us, so we took Rasheed Rice. Running backs got taken, so we just took George Pickens. It was between Pickens and AJ Brown. We went Pickens. Then the running backs didn't come to us again, so we went Loveland. Assumed one would get back to us. One of them did in Scatabo. We could have gone like running back here, but I think Loveland is a better bet. And it also gave us another stacking partner, maybe at QB. We were hoping to get Hubbard here to just help us out with our running backs. We didn't get Hubbard, but I think, Hubbard and Chase or not Chase, Caleb or Hubbard and Joe Burrow versus I think Hubbard and Tony Pollard are like even. So in considering all the QBs went here, including Patrick Mahomes, getting Burrow here was good. And then Tony Pollard, it was between Tony Pollard and Caleb Williams. We wanted a QB right here. We couldn't get one, so we just went with and really we wanted like Dart to go with Scatabo. We wanted Herbert to then try to get Johnston on the way back around, which wouldn't have happened anyways. Or Lawrence to then kind of backstack, which we could have done. So whatever, we went with running back, just the best available. We got another falling running back because I don't want to take. We could have gone like naked Purdy, but where does Pierce Lug was all over here, right? So like that's not that beneficial either. What we really would have liked was Kyler Murray falling to us right here, because then someone like Aaron Jones is definitely we wouldn't have got. If we go Kyler Murray here, do we then take just Aaron Jones right here? Probably, right? And then We would have missed out. Oh, he took TJ Hawkinson because he had Aaron Jones. We had TJ Hawkinson right here. It would have been nice to get Murray, but we made it work. We made it work. Okay, let's look at another team that is a similar build. So the no, the real question was, are we fine with just Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield? And then take Gainwell right here. 2.862 or 2.672. I don't know which one's better. I don't really like Gainwell. Just hasn't done anything ever until he was in the totally perfect spot. We did miss out on Bucky Irving by one pick. That would have been nice for our Tampa Bay thing. Oh well, it is what it is. And he took Kyler Murray instead of Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield would have been a nice little thing for him. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Let's compare 3.762. Anyone close? 2.763. So here we go. This guy just did two QBs instead of three. Let's see who did better. Ugh. Okay. I have a feeling I did better right away. He's got seven running backs. He's got, I don't mind the three, but then he took Brooks, Charbonnet, Algier for six, and then Wilson at the end for seven. I don't mind the Wilson and Charbonnet thing, but he doesn't need it on this team, right? He definitely could have a six or a five running back build, is what he could have instead of seven. I think I need probably at least six, if not seven running backs on this team. You could argue that six is good enough, maybe, with Cam Scatabo being your first one and what he's going through. That might push you over the edge to seven. But I'm definitely a six or seven running back build, considering I only really have two kind of locked in starters, is all I have. So I think I did the running backs better here. Wide receivers, we both went six. And what's interesting is I went with my first three picks. He went with his third, fourth, fifth picks. And then I like the Addison pick at 86. So that's his fourth. He got Downs. That's his fifth. Then he got Stribling. That's his sixth. Well, we went four, five, six. I don't mind his six wide receivers, right? Like with 18 rounds, you just got to be very smart with all your picks. And for how I think just over the top he was at running back, I think he was on the skinny side, but it can work at wide receiver. Tight end, we both went, or he went three tight ends, I went two, and he went two QBs, I went three. And this is where you could argue that I could have only maybe two QBs for me would work. Actually, okay, so he went two. He got Dak Prescott slightly after I got Joe Burrow, and then he went Brock Purdy. So he got his first one after me, but his second one before my second one. And then tight end, I have one of the ideal stud tight ends in Colston Loveland. Dalton Kincaid at 51. That's crazy. Didn't even notice that. Okay, he was getting his guys, right? He really stacked up that one. That explained why we got the value we got. Probably just this guy was doing a couple funky things. Um, so you could argue that he did better at, I think you could say that I should only do two QBs, maybe, but I think it's good that I went two tight ends probably. He went three. He went Ferguson stacked, Dalton Schultz, Gunnar Helm. Those two are not stacked, but they're super late. I think the three tight ends for him, yeah. I think his three tight ends is more justified than my three QBs. But I think going three QBs, two tight ends for me makes sense. And I think him going two, I think they both make sense. I think his three tight ends is probably better than my three QBs as far as just like, is it optimal type of thing. There we go. Who did it better? Let me know in the next one. See ya. Peace.